Alright, now, so after we set up our own model on our own table, let's now go ahead and start working with the form, the login form. Of course, you're not going to have a register page, for your own admin panel, because you don't want everybody to register as an admin on your own web app. Alright, you're just going to have a login page right away, and from the admin panel, from the pages inside, or from the admin section, you're gonna be able to create new admins and then give the people who you want to be admins on your own web app their email and their password. All right, and then they can just log in right away. All right, so now what we need to do first is, of course, let me close this up. Also this, I want to go ahead as always, and I want to go to my routes web.php, and let me just go ahead and copy this link. I'm gonna go right there. I'm gonna go admin panel like this. I'm gonna paste this in. So the prefix for this, it will be admin like that. And right here, I'm just gonna name this as login simply. All right, so we want to set up our form first. So this link will do nothing but show the login form. All right, so we're gonna create a new folder. We will name it admins, and we're gonna create a new controller for this to handle our own admin functions, and this will be the admins controller, and this will head the view log and function. All right, so we're also gonna name this log in, or simply view dot login right there. All right, so now let me remove this. Let me save this. All right, so now let me go ahead and try and create this controller. So let me go. All right, so as you can see, PHP artisan make controller, and this will be admins. This will be in the admins folder, and it will be admins controller like this. All right, so this should create our controller right away. So as you can see, let me go to app http, let me go to controllers, admins right there, and there it is, the admins controller. So all what we're gonna do is just gonna go public function, and simply we're gonna grab the name of the function and we're gonna paste this in. All right, so basically again, this will just return a view of this will be in the admins folder, and the view we will just name it login like that. So yeah, there it is. Well, now let's save this. Let's try and create this view right now. So we're gonna go to resources, we're gonna go to views. Let me create this folder. All right, so this will be admins, and we're gonna create the log and .blade.php right there. All right, so there it is, our own view. And now what we need to do is just to grab the design basically, and so we can actually work with it. So I forgot to open up the design, the code right there in Sublime. So let me open up Sublime. All right, so there it is, my Sublime. All right, so cancel. All right, close this, and let's grab this and paste it right there. All right, so if you open this up, you're simply gonna see, yeah, I should go inside this and I should copy this right there. All right, so let me remove this. All right, so you're gonna find there is actually the code. Now this is the structure of the design that I just gave you in, I would say, like the first in the first video of this section, so yeah, if you open this up, you're gonna see login-admins, and you will find the code that we will need right here. But before we even do this, I want to go ahead and I want to create a master template in the layouts folder for the admin panel, because if you look at this master template that we have, this will be only used for the users end. All right, because as you can see, it's grabbing a lot of files right there, CSS and JavaScript files, and the design of the header, it's completely different. So we need to create a new one. I'm gonna create admin.blade admin.blade.php like that. All right, so there we go. So we have to create a new master template. So go to your index.html, and we want to grab the header and the footer and simply paste them. So it's just copy all of this, starting from the container dash fluid right here down at the bottom up to the top, and just paste this like that. And if we go down at the bottom, you will see that there it is, the footer. It's pretty simple. Well, let me paste this right now. All right, so save this. Also, we need to go right over here, and we need to pick up the code that will allow us to fetch the dynamic body. If you look at this code right there, you can see that we need to copy this, and we need to simply paste it right there. Because if you look at this code, at yield content, basically the at yield content right there, once we create a new section and a new file and simply include the content in the section, it will just notice right away that we're trying to fetch some kind of dynamic body right there, so it will fetch it right away. All right, so this is what's going to happen. If you look at the shows, for example, if you look at any one of those pages, you will notice that at the top we're not only just including the app master template, we're also passing the content section keyword, the content, sorry, in the section right there, because we need to fetch some kind of dynamic body, and there it is, the dynamic body. So this is the part that will be fetched. All right, so the header and the footer are fixed, but the body should be dynamic using this code right there, by using this code. All right, so save this after you paste. So now we can simply go ahead to admins. We can go ahead to the login.blade right there, and we can simply go open up this folder. And since we grabbed the header and the footer, all what we need to do is just to grab starting from the row down at the bottom of this right there. All right, so let me just minimize this. All right, so let me copy it, and let me go right there and paste. I'm gonna go down to the bottom. I'm gonna go end section like that. All right, so right at the top, I'm gonna go right now at extends right there. So I have the admins. Actually, I want to go to the layout. So as you can see in the layouts, I only have the layouts.admin and the layouts.app, and I want the admin right now, since this is an admin. And right here, I'm gonna go section. I'm simply gonna pass in the keyword content. All right, so save this now. All right, so let's go ahead right over here. So this is being refreshed. So I want to access my URL right now, which I just created. So just copy this, go right here and paste. Let's see if our login form is being displayed or not. All right. All right, so there we go. There it is, our login form, but you will notice that it's kind of messed up a little. These links should be right here on, in this left section on the side, but they show up to be here, which is wrong. So if we just open up the inspect, you will notice that there is some kind of CSS style.css file right there, and it's not finding it right over here, for example. All right, so if we actually go to the master template admin.blade, you will see that we're trying to include some style.css file right there. So we have to make this dynamic. So I'm just gonna go assets slash and I'm gonna just cut this and paste like that and save. And all what we need to do is just go to this assets folder in the public right there, and let's create this folder, which is styles. All right, and inside this folder that we just created, which is this folder right there, we want to create this file. So this will be style.css right there. All right, so the code for this, you'll also find it in styles folder, and there it is, the code. Pretty simple, copy and paste right away and save. So all what we're gonna do now is just refresh this and the problem will be gone. All right, so pretty cool, huh? So yeah, what we want to do next now is we want to process the logic of this. All right, so I'm gonna go back to my web.php. Let's copy this and let's go and paste this in. So I'm gonna keep this a type of post because we're gonna, of course, submit a form. I'm gonna keep both links the same. All right, you can make this if you have a get and a post links, and they're basically they're related. You simply can leave them as, you can leave the links as the same. All right, links the same. All right, so for the function, I'm gonna keep this check login, and for the name, I'm gonna make this so it will be check.login like that. All right, so let's copy the function. Let's go to the admins right there, and let's paste. Let's now copy this, go down here and paste. Let's cut this and paste like that. All right, and since we're gonna submit a form, we want to pass in the request right there. So there we go. So where exactly is the logic, where we're gonna grab this from? Well, basically, if you open up your resources section for this video, you will find this file. So just go ahead and copy the code right away and go right here and paste it like that. All right, so let's check this out. So the first let me see, the first link right there, it's not gonna do much. Like pretend it's not even there. All right, the most important part about this code, if you go right there and you can see that we're having some kind of if statement and we're checking for authentication with the guard admin. If you remember, in the I would say in the past video or so, we set up this guard. All right, so we're trying to authenticate as an admin right there. All right, and we're gonna attempt an email from an input with the name email. All right, we're gonna attempt some kind of data that's coming from the input with the name email right there, and we're gonna match it with an email in the database. This is basically the email column, and this is the input name, all right, in the form. And we're also gonna do the same for the password. So we're gonna attempt the data that's coming from the input with the name password, and we're gonna match it with a password column in the database. All right, so yeah, this is basically it. So if those two worked out, if we got our email and our password right, we're gonna redirect to the admin.dashboard, which basically the index page in the admin panel. All right, otherwise we're gonna get some kind of error like this, all right, we're gonna redirect, and we're gonna go back with an error message right there, error in logging and something like that. All right, so let's now save this. I also want to go ahead and want to create this route, so because this is the route that we will go to after if we logged in successfully. So if I go to web.php, I go ahead right here and just paste this in. I want to copy this link, I want to paste it like that, and I want to simply cut this and put it right there in the name. All right, so the function right there, it will be the index, and this will be admin/index like that. All right, so let's now save this. Let's copy this function, and because once we go to this URL, it will hit this function, so we need to go somewhere after we log in using this function. So if we just paste this in, copy this function, go right here and just paste, and let me cut this and paste like that. And after we log in, I'm gonna go to the admins.index right here. So just save this, copy, and yeah, basically go to the admins folder. So go to index.blade.php like that. All right, so there we go. So the code for this view, simply go to index.html, and you go to that div with the class row. We're gonna pick up, like, I would say 100% of the time of the code from this design from the div class row like that. All right, so just copy this, and go and paste. We're gonna go in section like that. We're gonna go right at the top, and we're gonna go right there and paste and save like that. So yeah. So what else? I would say that we're left with creating some kind of data in the admins table, and we also need we need to take care of the form right here. All right, so let's go and play with the form. So I'm gonna go to login.blade right here. So for example, the form is this post, and the action is going to be route of admins. Is it admins? Let me check this. So this is, yeah, this is going to be check.login right there. All right, so let's paste this in. We're gonna go right here and we're gonna add our CSRF in order for this to work. And the inputs, that type is mail, the type is email, and the name is email, which are the most important things. And right here, the type is password and the name is password. Basically the input for the password, and the button right there, it's the type is submit, which is what we need. All right, so I would say that the form now is done. So save this, and the next thing that we need to take care of is creating some kind of data right there in the table admin, so we can actually use it to log in, because again there is no register page. So there is something that I should tell you about creating this data, which is that we need some kind of hashed password. We need to insert some kind of hashed password in the password right there in the admins. All right, because what's going to happen, the user is basically going to enter some kind of numbers, you know, characters and signs and all of that. They're going to be hashed, and they're going to be matched with a hash that's already that already exists in the password right there in that table admins. So we need to grab some kind of hash. We're not going to insert some raw data, some raw password. All right, so we already have some hashes in the user's table right there. So let's pick up one, and I'm gonna name this as my name right there, and I'm gonna go for an email as admin at gmail.com. All right, so, and the password, if we look at the user's table right there, you're gonna see that we have a hash right there, and there is the email. All right, so we basically know that we know the real password for this one, because I made the password the same as the email. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy this. Okay, be careful when you copy this. Make sure that it's all characters and numbers like that. All right, so basically that's it. Let's just click go. All right, so there we go right there. So there it is, our own record. All what we're gonna do is just refresh this form. So let's now go ahead and try and log in. So right here, I can just pick up my email and paste, and right over here, I can pick up my email, because as I said, we need to grab the password, but the password is the same as the email, and it's already hashed right there. So now let's grab the raw password, and let's simply paste this in. We go log in like that. All right, so let's see what's gonna go down. Did we forgot something in the admin controller? All right, taking kind of long. All right, so we got a problem right there. Yeah, we did not import the model or something. All right, so model not found. Yeah, so let's copy this. I feel like that's something. I feel like that this is not the problem, but we will see. All right. So we're gonna go app slash models, and I'm gonna simply import the model like that. All right, so save this. So let me now refresh this. We go continue. All right, so class app not found. Yeah, did we? Yeah, of course. We did not even change the name in the model. So if you go to models, if you go to admin, if you go to admin.php, you see right there that we did not even change this to admin. So the name of the class right there should match the name of the file. All right, so this is it. So yeah, this is what it is. So save this. All right, so now if we go back, all right, so I want to actually, so there it is, the email, and let me pick the password once again. Let me paste and go log in. All right, so as you can see right there, we're actually logged in right here. We went to the index page, basically, which is this page or this view that we just created right now. And we set it to go to this. Actually, once we create this route will trigger this link right there, because as you can see, there it is. So after it triggers this, it will hit this function, and this function will allow us to simply go to the index page right here. All right, so this is it. And the next one, we should validate and we should display our username right there, or admin name. So yeah, this will be all, and I will see you on the next video.